This is the Ringout podcast. I go by the name of Papo Jr., ladies and gentlemen. If this video just auto-played for you from the suggestions, holla at your boy, man. Hear me out. We're going to talk about the 2 nights of WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year for the WWE in pro wrestling, in the industry. The whole world is going to be tuning in, man. Seriously. It's going to have a good time. I understand. The majority of the community feel like this card is very underwhelming. But I feel like they're going to deliver. I feel like they're going to deliver in-ring, storytelling, and we're going to have a great time. Seriously, we're going to have a great time. There is some matches people feel like this don't belong on WrestleMania. Why is it on WrestleMania? The build for this match, it's coming in very cold. And I agree. If you're talking about, the same matches that we're both thinking about, come on, man. Because we cannot have this lazy type of booking coming into the biggest show of the year, man. Coming in cold and expect us to whoa, seriously. But we're going to talk about it when we get there. I ain't going to hold y'all, man. Let's start with night 1, ladies and gentlemen. And in the reports, they did say this match is going to open WrestleMania weekend, man. None other than this is going to be a great match. I know for a fact. I made a video. I did a preview predictions for the Royal Rumble. But I took out one clip from that video speaking about Jey Uso. Do not sleep on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. All right? And lo and behold, Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Why did I make that little prediction about not sleeping and he might win, and he won? Look at the crowd. This dude is very over. That's something people that do understand, but they don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe it. They don't care. They don't want to see Jey Uso up top. Why did he have to win? He's not a main eventer. He just yeets a lot. He's fucking over. He's fucking over. He makes a lot of money for the company due to merch. Look at the fan reactions every time he comes out. It's a fucking party every time he comes out. WrestleMania is going to be a huge party when he comes out. That energy is going to be there because they're going to be opening the show. Getting the crowd hyped up. All that yeeting and shit like that. So I see why they gave him the Royal Rumble. And I totally understand. I'm not mad at it. Even though he wasn't my pick. My pick was CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble. But look where we at right now. A lot of people don't want Jey Uso to win. They want Gunther to retain. They feel like Jey Uso is not world championship material. Listen, if the WWE standard for just pro wrestling, then Chad Gable would have had a lot of championship main event matches by now. Seriously. Drew McIntyre as well. All those great pro wrestlers that we have in the roster. Well, they have in the roster, WWE. I'm speaking like I'm part of the fucking roster. So you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And it's all about popularity, man. Popularity. Who do the fans want? It's like with Rhea Ripley. The fans want Mommy. Even though, personally, for me, Mommy doesn't belong in that triple threat. But I see why they put her there. She's way over. We'll speak about that when we get there. That's a night 2 match. This is night 1 we're talking about. And this is the opener. Now, they tried so hard to actually build this match. At first, it started with Gunther just putting Jey in a sleeper hold almost every freaking week. It got exhausting. It got lazy. And it was very weak. They needed something to make us interested into the match. That build needs to have some fire into it going into the match. Feel me? So they went personal. They used Jimmy, a blood twin brother of Jey Uso, which is a great idea. Jimmy slapping the shit out of Gunther in that, what was it, SmackDown? Yeah, it was that SmackDown. I believe it was that SmackDown. Correct me if I'm wrong. challenged Gunther for a Raw match. We saw the match. The match wasn't that bad. But what happened after that match? Beating the shit out of Jimmy. Literally beating the shit out of Jimmy. But I feel like it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Jay coming out. Then we saw a bloodbath. That's what we needed. We needed some color for that aftermath of that match. Because you need to make that shit personal. That weekly sleeper hold shit, that wasn't gonna cut it. We needed that bloodbath from Gunther to Jimmy. Jey Uso tied in the ropes with a fucking what's that shit called, with a zip tie. He can't go anywhere to save his brother. Then Jey Uso coming out the next week, the following week. He came out serious. Too much of the eating, what's affecting that as well, and not in a good way. We needed to hear serious Jay, and that's what we got the following week. Stepping up to Gunther, speaking about, asking him, does he have a mother? He spoke to his mom. His mom asking or telling him that, where's your big brother? Jimmy's in the hospital with stitches in his forehead. Mom asking him, why the fuck you didn't protect your brother? That's personal shit, bro. And if you have a brother, you will felt that. Because I have a brother. So I felt that. You want to attack my blood? Nah, this shit is personal now. You sent my blood to the hospital? Now he got stitches. Dude got scars in his fucking head. They'll be there forever. Permanently. Dude, Gunther left a scar on his head. Marking his fucking, like, I did this. And it's gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. Bro, that was my brother. Yeah, I'ma fucking take it serious. But like I said, I enjoyed the serious J, but I felt like after that, we could have had a brawl. Probably gonna save that for the match, but I feel like we could have had a brawl, even though they had brawls in the prior to this. We could have had a little brawl, maybe led to the outside parking lot really fucking each other up. To a point, like, not too much, because we need the match for WrestleMania. But it's all right. Because it got personal with Jimmy being bloodied up and all that. It got personal. Then the following week, Gunther talking about that he took control of everything. It's great hearing that from him, that he could have done worse. But I took control. He could have done worse. Basically what he said. And then afterwards, Jay coming out again with the eating. Talking about Gunther's afraid. He told them that he's not afraid of Gunther anymore. Because when you go personal, bro, you don't feel anything, man. When you go personal, when you touch my heartstrings, bro, fucking with something that I fucking love and adore, that's part of me. Yeah, I don't feel anything anymore. I want blood too, but I want it to come from you now. And I'm taking your fucking title. Basically. But coming out with the eating again, for the crowd, whatever. You could have waited for WrestleMania. Because we needed more seriousness. But that's fine. We got enough of it. And I got a little bit, we got enough of it. Unfortunately, for a lot of people that don't want this to happen, we're going to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion. Yes. I got Jey Uso winning, becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. Why you got Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Champion? But like I said in the beginning, he's way too over. He's with the crowd. The crowd got his back, man. I know Gunther's gonna help him, give him the fucking best match that Jay has ever had in his life. What's that word, man? Forgot that word that Cody had to go through, when he had to that feud with Roman. But he got to scratch and claw and pour his heart out in that match to really win us over. Jay's winning that world heavyweight champion, man. It's gonna look weird seeing Gunther taking a pin, fucking both shoulders staying on the mat and not moving, because I can't see a submission. Because you gotta remember, to be honest, in my POV and a lot of people's POV, Jey Uso is not that much of a, pro wrestler. He's an entertainer, bro. He could do a few moves here and there. Gunther is a fucking pro wrestler. So if you ask a casual fan and you show them this match, just a picture. This picture right here behind me. You show a casual fan or a fan that doesn't, a person that doesn't watch wrestling. Who do you think is gonna win this match? They're gonna go with Gunther this way. They're gonna go with Gunther. Alright? He looks like a pro wrestler. This looks like an entertainer right here. He looks like a rapper type shit. Like, seriously. But this is the guy they're gonna go with. I'm going with Jey Uso. He got the fans. He got the company making money for them. More merch is gonna be sold. And there's gonna be a lot of eating. It's just gonna be so difficult to see Gunther taking that pin. It's gonna be like 28 super kicks, 5,000 spears, and 200 fucking splashes to take Gunther down. As crazy as it sounds, but this is WWE. This is sports entertainment. That's how it is. I got Jey Uso becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, the matches that I'm going to go through, this is night one. In the order that I'm going to go through is not the exact order that's going to be on the show. But in reports, they say this match is going to open, which makes sense. Get the crowd hyped up, get that energy going. Let's get it. Got Jey Uso winning. Next match, we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. A lot of people are not feeling this match. I'm feeling this match because they're showing their feud on TV and on social media. They have been going back and forth with the social media, with the Twitter and the tweeter. You know what I fucking mean. But they've been going back and forth on each other, and I'm loving it. Talking that shit. And that's how it's supposed to be. Take advantage of social media. If you have not been following, then you might find this match a little disappointing. But this match, this feud all started with a whodunit. When does this happen? December? Around there, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Around December, we see Jade Cargill laid on top of a windshield. Somebody pushed her from the loading dock. Fucking laid out and all that. We see Naomi, Bailey from the ambulance. Bianca, she ran out of a United States Women's Championship tournament to check on Jade. From that moment, the community, including myself, we were seeing who were the suspects. I went with Naomi and Bailey. I was half right. And I'm glad I was half right. Suspects always return to the scene of the crime so they can act like, they weren't there. Like they didn't commit the crime. Took us weeks to find out who done it because Naomi volunteered herself to be Bianca's tag team champion partner to keep the tag team titles with them within the team because there were a threesome. Don't think like that dirt. And I don't blame you for thinking like that. When I say threesome, you mentioned Jade and Naomi and Bianca. Keep your mind out of the gutter. But the way it happened to me, in my point of view, Naomi, Jade had that incident. Naomi volunteers herself to be Bianca's tag team partner to become champion. It just got me like, whoa. Your homegirl is hurt, and then all of a sudden you want to be tag team champions with her. And then y'all barely talk about it. Something here and there, no update, no. All right, move on, type shit. Then there was a SmackDown. Nick Aldis talking about he has an update on Jade. And there was a video footage. Called in Naomi and Jade to, pull up and look at this video. The only video they showed was them in the ambulance truck, putting Jade in the ambulance truck. And then the fucking camera panned to the side, to the left, showing Raquel and Liv walking by. A lot of people bought it. They took the bait. There goes Naomi and Bianca saying, I told you, I knew it, and all that. Naomi was the first one to say something to Bianca. I told you I didn't do it. A lot of people, everybody was saying that it was me. Bianca was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. There was no proof there. A lot of people in the community really believed that it was Rhea. My bad. Liv and Raquel. Just because they were walking by. I mean, that don't prove shit. You know? It could have been a fucking squirrel walking by and shit. They would have blamed on the squirrel. Nah. That was a bad analogy. Anyways. That was bad. Anyways. There was no proof there. In my mind, I'm like, nah, it was still Naomi. Bayley was out of the question. Maybe Bayley, because they put Bayley on Raw. I was like, did they push Bayley to Raw so they could cover that? At that time, I was like, I don't know. But then I'm like, you know what? It's not Bayley. It wasn't Bayley. Naomi was still a suspect. All right. Then, let's see. Oh, yeah. Elimination Chamber. My bad, y'all. Then, Elimination Chamber. Then, Elimination Chamber happened. Naomi, Bianca, we had Liv, Alexa Bliss. Who else? I think Roxanne Perez. I'm probably missing somebody else in the match as well. Elimination Chamber in Canada happened. Match started with Naomi and Liv Morgan. Because the whole time they were blaming Liv and Raquel. Here comes Jade coming out of here comes Jade. She made her return. Jade storming into the chamber. We're gonna find out who the fuck done it. Can't wait. It looked like Jade was going straight into Liv. Liv was looking scared. Cause look, she was playing like I got caught. Like no type shit. Jade went straight to Liv, made a turn, forearm to fucking Naomi, beating the shit out of Naomi in the corner, right in front of Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was behind the fucking glass, plexiglass, whatever. She was in the chamber. She couldn't do anything but scream. Why this happened? It was fucking beautiful to see. We found out who did it. It was Naomi. Because later, I believe a few weeks later, 2 weeks later, she had an interview with, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. Was it Kathy Kelly? I believe it was. Let's say it was Kathy Kelly. Jade Cargill had an interview with Kathy Kelly. Maybe it was Byron Braxton or something. Anyways. She mentioned that the last thing that she saw was yellow and black polka dots. Some shit like that. And you can't miss that. You can't miss no shit like that. You know, it was blurry, but she saw some polka dots, yellow, black polka dots or something like that. You can't miss that. And who was wearing that shit? And that night of the incident? Naomi. It was Naomi. So there it goes. She remembered that and we got an answer. And I was 50% right. So I'm sorry, Bayley, for putting you into this, blaming you for this incident. If you're watching, which I doubt. But this is how we got to this match. They were going back and forth with each other every week. Naomi came out one night. I believe it was Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan. It was a one-on-one match. Naomi came out with a caution, wrestling gear. Looked dope. She jumped Jade, cost her the match. Liv Morgan wins. And then from there, they were going back and forth with each other, man. Beating each other up every week. Nick Aldis granted their match. WrestleMania. Jade versus Naomi. We're going to get the one-on-one match. Night 1. So who do I have winning this match? I have Naomi winning this match. Why? Why? I believe Jade taking this L will not hurt her. And if Jade wins this match, the feud is over. We need more of this. There's a reason why there's a pay-per-view after WrestleMania called Backlash. Pretty much like a revenge, type of pay-per-view. And it's like 2 weeks away or 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away, yeah. I got Naomi winning this match. This is her first WrestleMania, I believe, one-on-one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being corrected when I'm wrong, all right? Let me know. But I believe this is her first match. This is her first match as a singles. No, wait. Because I made a video of this, a reaction video. These two ladies are the first women to have a one-on-one match non-title. So yes, this is her first. Congratulations to both ladies. Y'all deserve it. Especially black sisters. Fucking amazing. To make history at WrestleMania. Fucking gorgeous. Fucking beautiful. But I got Naomi winning. She's been there for way too long. She deserves this win. And it could keep the feud going. Really can. And I feel like this feud has to involve Bianca. Bianca's still tied to this. And I'm going to speak about that later for night 2. About Bianca being still tied to this. Because this has to do with Bianca as well. Bianca's part of this storyline. So, as Naomi the veteran, being there for longer with more experience as well, and to keep the feud going, I got Naomi winning over Jade. Jade will not be hurt. As in, maybe Naomi will win and then Jade, after the match, will beat the shit out of her. Something like that. But that's my pick for this match. Naomi going over. Next match we have the United States Championship. We got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu made a great impression with the WWE Universe, man. Went straight to the main roster, straight to SmackDown. That's how great he is. That's how the higher ups see Jacob Fatu. Fucking fantastic. Seriously. And well-deserved. I believe is well-deserved. Too soon, that's up to you. But for me, well-deserved. He's that type of guy. He's that over. The crowd loves him. Even when he was a heel, being Solo's enforcer. I love you, Solo. The crowd was behind Fatu, man. You could tell Fatu is going to be a main fucking player, bro. Main event player. With the Braun Breakers. With the, I'm talking about the future, though. With the Braun Breakers, the Obafemis, man. Fatu is one of those guys. LA Knight. United States champion. LA Knight, we all love LA Knight. Remember the fucking times when he was like the fucking high to, a shame. A shame he wasn't at WrestleMania 39, bro. LA Knight in Los Angeles. Everybody was baffled. Like, what the fuck? You don't got a match for this dude at WrestleMania? Shame. I don't remember if he was there last year. Was it against AJ? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was against AJ, but correct me if I'm wrong. All right? My mind ain't that right sometimes. But he's going in as champion. Fatu going in as a challenger. Fatu, Solo, and Tama. There's a story right there between the three. Ever since Solo dropped the Ulafala to Roman Reigns at the premiere of Raw on Netflix, January 6th. After that, this dude disappeared. Well, he came back one night, didn't say a word, took up his jacket and walked through the crowd. And left Tama and Solo hanging in the ring. Fucking Tama and Solo, my bad. Tama and Fatu, Jacob. Jacob took the mic. Dude was speaking his mind. He was speaking like a fucking leader, bro. He was speaking and he grabbed the crowd's attention. Every time you see Fatu grabs a mic or he has a promo, you shut the fuck up and you fucking listen. He's that type of fucking guy. He got that presence, bro. Seriously. That's how he won the crowd over. His charismatic actions in the fucking ring. He's fucking great in the ring. Great on the fucking mic. He's the total package. And I'm not talking about Lex Luger, man. Shout out to him for getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. But there's a storyline between, because Solo came back. He came back. We were all thinking that we were gonna get Solo being the fucking leader again. I'm not gonna say unfortunately, because fortunately, that wasn't the case. Solo looked at Fatu like, yo, you gonna bring a title to the family back. You're gonna be the one. Like Solo wanted to be Jacob's enforcer. Jacob was like, motherfucker, I don't need you, bro. I don't need this type shit. Tama, he just followed whoever. And for some reason, Tama just started following Solo again. Jacob said, I don't need none of y'all, man. I could do this shit on my own. I could do this with you or without you. Looking at Tama with you, then looking at Solo without you. That was a smackdown. Now he's the number one contender for the United States champion. How did he get there? Fucking he won a last man standing match against Braun Strowman. That shit was a banger match too on a SmackDown. But there's a lot of tension between Solo and Fatu. Now, my bad. I hit the mic. Now, who do I have winning this match? LA Knight is retaining his United States champion. Why do I say that? I see Solo and Tama try to help Fatu, getting involved. Some shenanigans. Typical bloodline shit, even though they're not a bloodline. But what I really see is Solo, Tama trying to help out Fatu. He don't want nothing to do with these two. He could do this on his own, like he said. It's a championship match and it's WrestleMania. I'm not gonna say Solo's gonna screw him over. He's just gonna try to help or really fuck him up. Accidentally fuck him up. Fatu is not gonna happen. LA Knight does his move, finisher, whatever, BFT, 1, 2, 3, LA Knight retains. Fatu ain't gonna be happy about that. We're still gonna see, because we all believe before all this match happened. I believed as well. I'm not gonna say all because everybody thinks differently, but the majority. It was gonna be Fatu versus Solo at WrestleMania. But we have a pay-per-view called Backlash, which makes sense. Fatu may want revenge, want the smoke with Solo after costing him the fucking title match at WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. Feel me? So of course he's gonna feel some type of way. I didn't ask for your fucking help. What the fuck are you doing out there? You cost me the fucking title. Now I want smoke. And they got a 3-week build right there. They already had a program going on. Continue it. They got 3 weeks. And there's Backlash in St. Louis, man. There's Backlash in St. Louis. So I got LA Knight retaining the United States Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Next match we got. Remember when I mentioned the beginning of the show, beginning of the video, that we're going to have some cold matches because of the lack of build? This is one of the matches, maybe the only match. I got to check the other matches when we get there and speak my mind about it. But this is one of the matches. New Day versus War Raiders for the World Tag Team Championships. The World Tag Team Championships have not been on TV that often for us to care about these titles. And that's not their fault. That's the higher ups, that's creators' fault. New Day has not been the New Day we were supposed to like believe they were supposed, as a heel. After the reunion they had with Big E, and they told Big E to fuck off, and they turned heel right there. After that, it was fucking terrible, man. They first started with them getting overbooed by the crowd. They couldn't speak. I hated that shit. I really hated that shit. Then the lack of matches. They had some matches here and there. They were losing at first. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? They turn heel, and this is what we get. The lack of creativity for these guys, man. It's not fair to them, bro. I don't know how many times they've been tag team champions, but it's been more than 10, I believe. But they're heels now, and this is what we get from them. Lackluster build for them too. Now, a lot of us thought that Big E will come back, get his revenge on the New Day, but it looks like this dude is really hurt. Maybe something can happen in WrestleMania. I don't know. Big E could cost the New Day the World Tag Team Champions, but to be honest, I don't see that happening as well. There was no build to this match. They had a championship match on a Raw, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. And I think it ended in a no contest, if I'm not mistaken. I think it ended in a no contest, or was a DQ. Correct me in the comment section. I don't remember that much, to be honest. Because when I don't care about something, it just goes out of my fucking brain. Like, whatever. Don't give a shit, and I forget about it easily. So let me know in the comments. But the build to this match is so cold. Like, there was barely anything there. Like, this was like a last minute booking for WrestleMania, man. And this is a match that doesn't belong on WrestleMania. I'm sorry. But the fact that it is on WrestleMania, and I didn't mention Big E costing them, I don't see that happening either. I feel like we're getting new World Tag Team Champions, adding to their resume. I don't know how many fucking times they won. Hopefully, they do something right with the New Day as heels, as champions. New Tag Team Champions, New Day. War Raiders, the way they were the way they are presented is just embarrassing, man. These are the War Raiders, bro. I remember War Machine in the Indies, bro. They were killers, bro. Those are tag teams, right? That's a tag team. War Machine, but the War Raiders, this is ridiculous. Like, if you're a tag team, man, I feel bad for y'all. Last year, y'all didn't have a good year. It looks like this year's gonna be the same thing. And on the SmackDown side with the WWE Tag Team Champions, it looks like they're forcing it on us. Which is like, where's the story at, man? And if there is one, it's not that interesting. It really isn't. And it sucks that the Street Profits are gonna defend their titles on a SmackDown, not on WrestleMania. That is a fucking crime. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Lack of build. This match is very cold. Hopefully they put a stipulation to this match, making maybe a little bit more fun, because they did had a Vikings match. This was last year, I believe, on a SmackDown, or 2 years ago. Don't remember. And it was fun. It was fun between these two teams. I hope they do something similar. Give us a stipulation, at least. We get a regular tag team match, and it's just like, whatever, bro. Whatever. I say New Day wins. New Tag Team Champions. And if Big E comes out and costs New Day the title match, The reason I say this, if that happens, that means to me, Big E has been cleared. If that doesn't happen, then Big E ain't cleared. Because when we saw that reunion with Big E and the New Day, Kofi and Woods, a lot of people believe, including myself, that Big E may be cleared. We're just playing the long game right now. But we haven't seen anything since. Big E's still doing the panel shows, whatever, the pre-shows to every pay-per-view, working behind the scenes and stuff. Nothing. I'm like, all right. I say New Day wins the tag team champions. We got new tag team champions. Yeah, man. Sucks to be a War Raider. But that's my prediction. See? Next up, we have... This is a match I'm going to enjoy. This is a match I am going to enjoy. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Oh, he is in Chad Gable. We got people playing along. That ain't Chad Gable. Fucking Chad Gable. Stop it. I don't give a shit. But a lot of people got Rey Mysterio winning and unmasking El Grande Americano. But I don't see that happening. I'll give El Grande Americano the win right here, so we could keep this match going, this feud going. So we could get a mask versus mask match. Backlash is right there. To do it in Backlash. Why end it right here? Because to be honest, El Grande Americano, having him there has been entertaining, man. I don't give a shit about the people that call they see this, oh, this is racist. Oh, Gulf of America. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. This is racist. The Hispanics are mad. I'm Hispanic. I ain't fucking mad. I think this shit is hilarious and enjoy and entertaining. You feel me? Yo estoy entretenido. I hope I said that word right. But I'm Hispanic myself. I don't find this shit offensive. You trying to be offensive for me, that's on you. Hey, what the fuck? Stop worrying about me. I'm alright. Let the Hispanics, spew their frustrations. And from what I see on Twitter, none of them are fucking mad about this. They're enjoying this shit like I am. The majority. Probably there's been here and there that be like, no, I don't like. I haven't seen them. Those that are mad are not even Hispanic. This is racist. Y'all cannot make it in the 90s, bro. Seriously. Y'all would never make it in the 90s. But I'm enjoying this Gang Americano. It's very entertaining. And we got Ray, man. Still doing his thing. He's in his 50s. Probably, what is it? Low 50s? Low 50s. Mid-high 50s. I don't know how old is he. Probably in his 50s. Early 50s. That's what I meant to say. Early 50s. Still killing it. Still doing his thing. I just watched a match with Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Dean Malenko at Great American Bash 1996. The moves that Rey Mysterio was fucking doing, bro. I hope we see some of it here in this match. Cause Chad Gable is a fucking great El Gran Americano is a fucking great luchador as well. Great fucking luchador. I'm surprised Tony Khan hasn't signed him. He loves his fucking luchadors, man. They got a fucking Grand Slam Mexico coming up in July. I believe it's in July. He got all the luchadors now. All he wants. That'll be a fun show. But Gran Americano, I got him with the W over Rey Mysterio. And they're going to feud again. Well, they're going to face each other again in Backlash. Mask versus mask. And that's where he be unmasked by Rey Mysterio, man. To reveal himself as Chad Gable. He is fucking Chad Gable. I don't give a shit. And I'm not playing along. He's Chad Gable. But this is still fun. This is entertaining, man. I got Grande Americano. And this is his first singles match at WrestleMania. I mean, it kind of sucks that probably in the record book. Next up, we have Charlotte and Flair versus Tiffy time for the Women's WWE Championship. The WWE Women's Championship. Wherever how you say, you understand what the fuck I just said. Anyways, this is a little tough, but unfortunately, this is who I'm gonna pick. First of all, the build to this has been was a fucking train wreck, honestly. But face to face, with the interview face to face, Charlotte just fucking ate Tiffany Stratton in that fucking face to face. Then in the ring with Wade Barrett in the middle of it, Tiffany Stratton going crazy off the script. Shout out to JD, going off the script. Talking about her Charlotte's 0-3 record with marriages. Charlotte mentioning that Ludwig Kaiser is in her DMs, which nobody believed that shit. And she didn't even get a pop from the crowd when she said that shit, so that shit failed. The parking lot fight that nobody's talking about before it was last week's SmackDown before the show. Nobody was talking about it. They showed the clip on the internet, but nobody made a lot of, noise about it. So who cares? The build to this has been a train wreck, man. This is a match that I just want to get out the way. Get it out the way. But unfortunately, the way they are with Charlotte, man, it sucks, bro. I hope I'm wrong, but this is what I see happening. I hope I'm wrong. Charlotte getting her 15th championship. I don't want it to happen. Charlotte is one of those that don't want to put the younger generation than the future. They don't want to be over. She don't want to put nobody over. I hope Triple H told Flair, listen, this is the future. You gotta put her over. I don't want to hear no politics, nothing. But the way this company is with the Flairs, man, they're trying to fast track Charlotte Flair to beat her father's record to 17. Well, Cena's gonna do that. We'll talk about it when we get there. But unfortunately, I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Look, they gave Charlotte the I won't be surprised if Charlotte loses this match, because they gave Charlotte the first ever women's 2-time Royal Rumble win. We didn't want that to happen. We didn't want Charlotte to win the Royal Rumble, but they gave it to her. Now she's part of history. The first woman ever to win the Royal Rumble twice, becoming a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and then give her the title at WrestleMania, making her the 15th time WWE Women's Champion. I see that. Unfortunately, that's what I see happen. I hope it doesn't. But at the same time, to be honest, Tiffy, she needs a little bit more work. Her mic skills is not it. It really isn't it, man. She gives good matches, man. I feel like this match is gonna be great. I feel like this match, because Charlotte's great in the ring. Tiffany, she had 3 years of experience, and look how fucking fast she improved. Fucking impressive. So they will give a good match, these two ladies. Because remember, those that really don't get along behind the scenes, they give out the best matches, man. So hopefully we get a great fucking match between these two ladies, and I feel like we are. But unfortunately, that's my pick, man. Charlotte Flair getting her 15th WWE Women's Championship on her resume. Hopefully, look, when did Tiffy win that championship? It was a SmackDown? Yeah, it was a cash-in. Yeah, it was a cash-in on a SmackDown. But how long ago was that? I don't remember, to be honest. But probably December. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But hopefully after this match, if Charlotte wins, we get that man, what's that word I'm looking for? I can't think about it. But help build Tiffany Stratton. You know, go for that chase. Go for that chase. Like, I'm not done with this bitch. I want my fucking title back. And that word is fucking with me right now. I can't find it. But that chase, that's what I'm speaking. That's what I'm talking about. That chase, that's what we need. And it'll be great, man. That will have some growth into Tiffany Stratton, evolve a little bit more. Because I feel like she hasn't evolved enough yet. In the ring, yes. But on the mic, character-wise, it's like I feel like she's still that daddy's little girl shit, you know. And, you know, rich daddy's little girl and shit like that. Like, that shit gotta change, bro. She could still say toodles and stuff like that. You know, because she's a pretty girl. She's a Barbie. But she needs a little bit more growing, bro. Evolve in her character work, man. So if that happens with Charlotte winning that championship, maybe that feud will not end. I'm not saying, damn, beat her at Backlash. Keep fighting. Maybe no, I can't. Well, Money in the Bank again. Who can I think of? What women can I think of winning the Money in the Bank again? I could see Tiffany being a 2-time. Has there any been a women's 2-time Money in the Bank winner? Has that even ever happened? Was it Edge or I think it was Punk? Correct me in the comments section. We might do a Money in the Bank, you know, fucking history shit with Money in the Bank pay-per-view coming up soon. But yeah, man. The cash-in girl. Or Queen of the Ring. Tiffany Stratton, I'll give her that. Tiffany Stratton winning Queen of the Ring. Look, I'm the fucking queen now. You're not the fucking queen anymore. You may be the champ, but I'm the queen, and I'm coming for that title at SummerSlam. There you go. There you go. I'll do that. Probably get a rematch at Backlash. She loses again. Wins Queen of the Ring. See Charlotte at SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium. I'm the queen, and she takes the title away from Charlotte again. And now I'm the champ. I'm the new queen now. You ain't shit. Here you go. But unfortunately, I hope it goes that way. The way I just, mapped that out. I hope it goes that way. Or maybe something happens in that Evolution pay-per-view. I like the Queen of the Ring one. She already has been Money in the Bank. I like the Queen of the Ring one. I like that one. And give the Money in the Bank to another lady. I like that one. But I got Charlotte winning her 15th championship. And we got the main event. We got the main event that everybody's pissed off about for some reason. Oh, there's nothing on the line. I don't give a fuck. Look who the fuck is in the main event, bro. Look who's in the main event. Yo, you got Seth. You got Roman. You got Punk over there, cuz. You got a triple threat. You got the 3 biggest names in the fucking business right now. In the industry right now. Now, I'm not gonna fall for that shit that Seth was like, oh, the winner of this match is gonna fucking solidify the future of this business. Fuck off with that shit. They're trying to sell us this match, but everybody's fighting for Paul Heyman. Everybody's fighting for Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the fucking whatchamacallit, the prize of this match. Nah, I don't know. He's not the fucking prize, but Paul Heyman's in the middle of this. That promise that Paul Heyman gave to CM Punk, to him to walk him down the aisle like he's giving him away in a fucking wedding. In the main event of WrestleMania, CM Punk finally got his main event at WrestleMania. So he's gonna fulfill that promise. But he's Roman's wise man. Roman don't like that shit. Roman don't give a fuck about his promise. You feel me? I gave him But you asked me to give him the main event. I gotta give you away to him so you can walk him down the aisle. The fuck out of here, bro. I don't like that shit. Roman have every right to be fucking mad. Seriously. And Seth was right on that Raw show this past Monday. The Raw Go Home show. He chose to fucking walk down CM Punk, but as a loyal friend of that Paul Heyman is, he got a promise to fulfill. You know? So he's a real one, man. He's a real one. And I can't believe that's the favor. That's the favor? Shit. But it is what it is. We got the three biggest names in the industry right now in the business. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, man. This triple threat is gonna be a fucking banger, man. For a fact. Now, who do I have winning this match? I'ma play process of elimination right now. I have Roman not winning. Roman doesn't need this win, but he's not taking the pin. So cross out Roman Reigns. Cross him out. That leaves Punk and Seth. The rivalry has been going on since CM Punk's return on that War Games Survivor Series in 2023. Fucking crazy. I'm looking at these three men, right? Roman, get out. You don't need this win, bro. I mean, shout out to you. This is like your 11th, according to them. According to WWE, this is his 11th fucking main event. That's fucking history. But you don't need this match. But I don't see you getting pinned, so. And there's nothing on the line, so you'll be all right. It's between you, Seth, and you over there, Punk. I say, here comes Roman Reigns spearing CM Punk. Seth Rollins throws Roman out the fucking ring. And there goes CM Punk holding his fucking ribs after he just getting speared. And he's in the position of getting curb stomped. There goes Seth Rollins with the curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Go. There you go. I got Seth Rollins winning this match. That's how I see it played out. I know typical pro wrestling, type shit. Because this past Monday on the go home, Seth was the last man standing before their big match. But that's how I see it played out. Seth pinning CM Punk, both shoulders on the mat. Yeah, you got your main event. But Seth is pinning you. That's how I see it. Roman spearing CM Punk. Throws Roman out the ring. Seth Rollins curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins the victor. What's that favor that Seth wanted from Paul Heyman? Did he mention it on Raw? And how he did get it? How did Seth Rollins got a favor out of Paul Heyman? Oh, he went for a curb stomp and intentionally missed. I mean, it looked like Paul Heyman moved out the way, but he intentionally missed because he could have curb stomped the shit out of Paul Heyman 2 weeks ago. So he said, now you want me a favor. I don't know what that favor is, man. A lot of people saying that Paul Heyman could be leaving with Seth Rollins and betray Punk and Roman. To be honest, I mean, I could see that. Because I want to see a heel Seth Rollins again. The revolutionary, the visionary. I'm done with that shit. We need something brand new, man. Well, he's not brand new being a heel, but we need something different right now. Seth Rollins as a Paul Heyman guy. Now that I think about it, Seth doesn't need him. Seth doesn't need him. Because Roman's still going to feel betrayed for leaving him for Punk. I mean, Punk would gladly take Paul Heyman back. You know, yeah, you might just, even though I lost, you can still, Roman don't want you, you stay with me. There you go. They're best friends, bro. They are best friends. And this feud between Seth and Punk, this shit ain't over after WrestleMania. This shit is not over. What are they, 1-1? Let me see. Yeah, they're 1-1. Yeah, they're 1-1. Punk beat him at the Raw on Netflix. Seth beat him, well, because of Roman's help, on that steel cage. They're 1-1. Then they need a rubber match. But I got Seth winning, man. So that's how I laid out the ending. Roman spears Punk. Seth throws Roman out the ring. Punk holding his ribs, positioned into curb stomp. Curb stomp by Seth. 1, 2, 3. There you go. But it's gonna be a great match. If I'm wrong, but that's how I see it. It's gonna be a great fucking match. And I don't know, the way I laid out this night 1 WrestleMania, I mean, I didn't lay it out how the match was gonna go, but the more I think about it, this is not gonna be that bad. This night 1. You know, I'm looking at the matches. I'll be fine without New Day versus War Raiders, to be honest. You know, hope Naomi versus Jade don't disappoint. I think Naomi will help her out with that shit. You feel me? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it far in this video, I appreciate it. This is only the night 1 preview and prediction. Night 2 is gonna be a separate video, so join me on that one as well. All right. If you got any different, any different predictions, that are different from mine, let me know in the comments. If you feel like what I've said in this video and you think differently, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. I like to interact with you people, unless, if it's, smart, good, no negativity, positive and shit like that. If you just come here to be negative, you can fuck off. I'm ignoring you. But yeah, man, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. Till next time, I can't do my fucking goodbye and good night. Fucking shit is far away, but you know how it goes. If you know, you know. The real ones know. Appreciate you. We're doing a night 2. You there.